All right, we're back. Writing equations of lines, part 1, or part uno. Write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form given. Okay, so first, we're going to write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form. That's y equals mx plus b, right? That's our slope-intercept form. And we're going to try to do that first, given a graph. Second, given the slope and the y-intercept. And given the equation in point slope form. So go ahead, press pause, and put all of this into your notes now. Okay, so first, write the slope-intercept form of the equation of each line. So we have this line right here, and what we want to do is we want to write y equals mx plus b. And what we're hoping to have are values for m and b when we're done. So we look at the line, and what I want you to do is in your notes, just draw a quick sketch and the line. Quick sketch in the line into your notes. Okay, so hopefully you have a sketch. And so the first thing I want to do is I want to identify my B, or my y-intercept. So we're just going to say that B is our y-intercept, right? That's that place where the line crosses the y-axis. And it looks like it does so right at about -5. So I'm going to say that B is equal to -5. The next thing I want to do is identify another point on the line. So it seems like we've got a pretty good point here. And so what I want to do is I want to talk about this change in vertical distance. That's 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 hops down. So we're going to go down 4 units. And then as we count to the right over here, that is 2 hops to the right. And so our slope is now going to be down 4, -4 over 2, or reduced to just -2. So we have a slope of -2 and a y-intercept of -5. So y is going to be equal to, let me change colors here, y is going to be equal to -2x minus 5. And that's our final equation. Let's try that again. Again, the first thing we want to do is identify our b. So our b value is +4. And our slope, right, I'm going to identify another point on the line and then count up. So let's see, this is 1, 2, 3 up. So m is +3. And then to the right, 1 unit. So that's 3 over 1, right? Remember that keeping this in change and rise over change and run, right? That y value is 3, and the change in x value is 1. So y is equal to mx plus b, plus 4. Now it's plus b, I say plus b, but if b is negative, then it would have been 3x minus 4. All right, and one more for the Gipper, as they say. Okay, here's my b. My b is +4 again. And as I look at this line, it's going down, so I know that my slope is negative. And so I look for a nice point where the line crosses over a nice lattice point, right through that spot. And so my vertical distance is 1, 2, 3, down. Right, we went down, so that's -3, and 1, 2, 3, 4 units over. So for my final answer, I'm going to have y is equal to -3/4 x plus 4. That's in slope-intercept form. Piece of cake. Moving on. Make sure you're getting all of these into your notes, right, including the sketch. Include the sketch in your notes. So now this next section is just a piece of cake. We just want to write all of our answers in y equals mx plus b form, right, in that slope-intercept form. And so all we're going to do, these are just sort of like point-and-shoot questions. Y equals, slope is 7/2. Y-intercept is -2, so that's -2. On this next one, y equals -2/5 x. Y-intercept is negative, -1. And the last one, slope is 1, so y equals 1x minus 4, but most teachers would prefer y equals x minus 4. The 1 is out there, it's implied, so we don't need to write it. Now this last section is going to set us up for next week. or next week's assignment. So again, that slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. We want this in slope-intercept form. And as I look, my first example here, it's pretty close. So I see some parentheses over on the right side here. So I said, well, you know what, let's try to distribute that 9. So on the left side, I'm going to write what's there because I didn't change anything. And as I distribute that 9, I'm going to get a negative 9x minus 27. And it's a minus 27 because a negative 9 times a positive 3 is a negative. Now, am I in slope-intercept form yet? Almost. The 5 over here on the left side has got my attention, and so I'm going to add, because that's the inverse of addition, and whatever I do on the left side, I got to do on the right, so I'm going to add 5 over here. And what comes down, I got y equals negative 9x. Negative 27 plus 5 is going to be a negative. The difference of 27 and 5 is 22, and that's my final answer. And now that's in slope-intercept form. So on the second example, we're just going to kind of go through the same process. First, I take a look and I see that I have some parentheses over here. So what I'm going to do is distribute. Y minus 3 equals negative 5/4 x minus 5/4 times 4. Okay? That leaves us with y minus 3 equals negative 5/4 x. And back at the beginning of the year, we handled how to multiply fractions, right? So this 4 divided by 4, right, because this 4 is over 1. These 4's cancel out and become 1 each, which leaves us with a grand total of negative 5 times 1 on the top, negative 5 over 1, or just 5. It is critical, especially considering geometry and algebra 2, that you are able to multiply that 5/4 times another number. If you can't remember how to deal with it, scroll down in the videos all the way down to multiplying fractions. Got to get by this. It's going to be a showstopper for the coming years. All right, so just for the last step to wrap up this problem, this is not in slope-intercept form yet, so we have to add that 3. And we got to get rid of this 3, so we're going to add 3 because it's the inverse of subtraction to both sides. And I end up with y is equal to, the 3's cancel out to become 0, negative 5/4 x minus 2. Because the difference of 5 and 3 over here is 2, and there's more negatives than positives, so we have a negative 2 remaining. We got a couple more here, okay? Y plus 1, and then who are we distributing here? But that's a negative 1. So negative 1 times a positive x is a negative x, and a negative 1 times a negative 5 is a positive 5. Okay, subtract a 1, subtract a 1. And as we clean this up, we get y is equal to negative x plus 4. The difference of 5 and 1 is 4, and that difference is positive because there's more positives. And for our last example, y plus 4 equals 2/3 x. Well, there is no parenthetical expression over here. I don't have to distribute anything. So I'm just going to subtract 4 from each side. Notice I subtract the 4 from the plus nothing over here, right? I can't subtract the 4 from the negative 2 or positive 2/3 x. Right? It's not possible to put the negative 4 here. A lot of students do that because they don't know where to put it. Put it in that nothing space off to the side, keeping your like terms underneath each other. So I'm going to end up with a final answer of y equals 2/3 x minus 4. All right, here's our final answers. All right, you got plenty of work ahead of you. Get cracking. Good luck.